Aleppo crisis, the critical turning point in northwestern Syria. Overview of the current situation. As of November 30, 2023, at 2:40 p.m., the strategic situation in Aleppo has reached a crisis point. The Syrian National Army, SNA, has launched a renewed offensive south of Al-Bab, while the Hay'at Tahrir al-Sham, HTS-led coalition has made significant gains against the Syrian Arab Army, SAE, threatening to reverse not only the hard-fought territorial gains of 2019 to 2020 but also those dating back to 2017 to 2018. The rebel advance has placed immense pressure on both the SAA and the Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF/People's Protection Units, YPG. Recognizing the existential threat posed by these developments, the SDF/YPG has begun reinforcing its positions to protect key strongholds like Tel Rifat, Manbij, and the Sheikh Maksud district in Aleppo. A geopolitical partnership of necessity. The unfolding crisis has compelled the SDF and the government to form an uneasy alliance reminiscent of their cooperation during the 2019 SNA offensive in northern Raqqa and Hasaka. This tactical partnership aims to contain the HTS-led coalition and prevent further destabilization in Aleppo and its surrounding regions. The SDF has deployed forces to critical locations, supporting the SAA's defense lines against the advancing coalition. This collaboration underscores the pragmatic nature of wartime alliances, where survival outweighs ideological divides. The Frontlines and tactical developments. Currently, rebel forces control approximately 60% of Aleppo city, with the SAA and SDF holding key military bases in eastern neighborhoods under a defensive cordon. Meanwhile, HTS and SNA factions are reportedly just 25 kilometers from Hama, marking a dangerous encroachment into central Syria. The likely fallback defense line for government forces will be the Qanasira-3-Hama road, a critical supply route and strategic corridor. While this line might temporarily halt the rebel advance, further incursions into government-held territory cannot be ruled out, particularly in sectors where defensive preparations are weaker. Strategic implications of Operation Dawn of Freedom. The SNA's aptly named Operation Dawn of Freedom is aimed at completely ousting both the government and SDF forces from the Aleppo governorate. However, the rebel coalition's successes have also drawn attention to the shadow of Turkish interference, which fuels instability in the region by backing anti-government forces. The fall of Aleppo would signify a monumental blow to Damascus, unraveling years of costly military efforts. It would also jeopardize the broader Syrian campaign to reclaim Idlib, which is now firmly under rebel control. Map analysis. Below is a map detailing the current territorial control and the front lines. Interactive map of Syria's conflict. This map highlights the zones controlled by various factions, the location of ongoing clashes, and key logistical routes like the Qanasira-3-Hama road. Conclusion: a battle, not the war. While the rebel coalition's momentum appears overwhelming, the conflict in Aleppo is far from decided. The SAA and SDF's ability to regroup and fortify their positions will determine the long-term outcome in the region. Losing Aleppo may push government forces to recalibrate and establish more defensible lines, but it will not mark the end of the war. As I have observed before, geopolitics often forges strange partnerships. In this case, the SAA-SDF collaboration is a pragmatic response to a common enemy, rather than an ideological alignment. The coming days will see difficult decisions and possibly the emergence of a counteroffensive strategy, as both factions strive to preserve their foothold in northwestern Syria. The war in Syria remains a complex tapestry of shifting alliances and relentless conflict, underscoring the harsh realities of survival in a theater dominated by external influences and local rivalries. In my view, the next 48 hours will be extremely critical for the Syrian government and army as they attempt to retake the areas lost to extremist radical groups supported by Turkey and, it seems, also the CIA. We will continue monitoring further developments. If you appreciate my analysis, please consider subscribing, and if you feel inclined, subscribe at the Dialogue Works.